Welcome to Culture Shock by Ava Rodriguez. We are going to start by answering our investigation questions from our research. The first question is about the Italian government, which is a democratic republic. It is not so different from America because even though they have a president and a prime minister, the structure is similar. The next question is about the Italian economy, which is the 8th largest in the world. It has a gross domestic product of 2.17 trillion and it has a bit of a big black market. The next question is about the Italian transportation, which is big on the trains and ferries. Walking is also a very big thing there. Cars aren't as popular, but mostly with tourists. The next question is about the Italian housing, and the city apartment is the most popular there. They also have other types of housing like villas and trullos, but you realize that the houses there have been there for a very long time. Lastly, we're going to do some landmarks in Italy. We'll start with the Roman Forum, which is the civic center of ancient Rome, the Colosseum, which was a gladiator arena for thousands of people, and the Tower of Pisa, which was a beautiful tower that went crooked. And now some interviews.
Yes. Other than Greece, Italy is the most popular European destination I get asked to quote for. To be mindful of the seasons. So somewhere like Venice, the water rises quite substantially. So anywhere between October and March, the water is at its highest. You need a visa and you need a passport. The Trevi Fountain and the Colosseum in Rome, to ride a gondola in Venice. So many beautiful things to see in Italy, and I really highly recommend going.
I will say that Italy was by far my favorite country that we visited. I especially liked about Italy was the family culture. One thing you have to do in Italy is try the homemade pasta. It's like no other. Going to all the different little cafes, coffee's just magnificent. You're also going to want to rent a car and really just drive the countryside. I hope you add Italy to your bucket list.
Now we are going to start with our planned Italy trip. This is how our transportation is planned and the overview of our trip. These are some important phrases in Italian that I will need to know to be able to go on this trip. Day 1 in Rome consists of going to 433, a famous Italian restaurant, and visiting different little shops and cafes in the streets. Day 2 in Rome will consist of going to an Italian bakery, getting a tour of the Roman Forum and of Rome, and also going to a Michelin star restaurant. The next day in Florence will consist of getting the best sandwich in all of Florence, a pizza and gelato class, and getting a bike city tour. Day 4 in Florence highlights going to the best coffee in all of Florence, going to the Uffizi galleries, and driving one of the most scenic roads in Italy. The next day we will be traveling to Venice, getting our own car, staying at the Hotel Carton on the Grand Canal, and going to Italian steakhouse. The next day in Venice we're going to have a gondola tour with live commentary, going to Dante's Palace, which has incredible architecture, and also going to a famous luxury shopping center. On our last day in Venice, we're going to be having a Venetian market tour and cooking class. Then we're going to go to Fluffy Brunch, and lastly, we're going to have a real hidden tour of Venice. Thank you for watching! And here are our sources.